Here we are taking a quick look at Metro Last Light for the Alienware M17x R4. It's pretty cool because the game itself, while the graphics are the best I've seen so far on the system, I've played Far Cry 3, I've played Diablo 3, I've played Torchlight 2, and these are by far the best graphics that I've seen. The cool thing about this game is that it uses the Alienware lighting effects to customize the game even further depending upon what you're doing in the game. So as you can see right now, I'm under this bright light here in this cellar, and if I move forward, the light will change on the keyboard and then go black if I get into darkness. And then as you get back into light, you can see it gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and then they are in the brightness of the light, which is cool because the game is really based upon staying in the shadows and kind of sneaking up on enemies. So it's neat that you can kind of use your keyboard as a guide to what kind of lighting you're in. And it's not just that it gets brighter and darker as you go in and out of light, but it also flickers, as you can kind of see, depending if you're near fire or if the light that you're near is a broken light bulb or a flickering light bulb. It will translate onto the keyboard and that light will also flicker. So that's a really neat effect, and it really kind of immerses you more in the game than you would normally be if you were just playing without the lighting effects on. So another cool thing about it is that when you use the flashlight, so that if you're in the darkness here and you activate the flashlight, which is done by hitting F or whatever you set it to on your own controls, you can see that the light brightens up with the flashlight too. So it not only corresponds to environmental lighting, but it also corresponds to the lighting on the flashlight on your weapon. So that's neat too. So if you have your flashlight on or your flashlight's off, you can kind of determine that by the lighting on the keyboard. So now we're going to exit this room here. And I'm going to switch over to which I think I already had activated, my night vision scope. Now I could hit F right now and I could light up the area in front of me. However, that would also give my location away. So I'm going to go back into this room here. So I think this guy's habit is to come through and check on this room. You can also switch over to your silenced pistol, which I have, and you can shoot this light out. So now I'm in complete darkness. He didn't hear that. And I can sneak up on this guy when he comes around this corner here. So you notice how the lights kind of flicker and change, and it really does lend a little bit more intensity to the moment, I think. So again, it brings you that sense of atmosphere. Now there he is.
Shit, I have to check this out. Fucking wreck.
What the hell? No fucking bullets. Alright, so I switched over to my other weapon there that had some bullets, fortunately, and I was able to put a headshot into him and take them out. I'm going to go over there and pick up some of the stuff. Now, so you can see that the game does do some things differently than the other games that I've played for the system so far. It does utilize what the system has that's unique to it. So I've really enjoyed that. Another thing that I've really liked is that this game, when you download it from Steam, which is where I've gotten it from, gives you the ability to run benchmarks on it to easily figure out what are your best settings to run the game on. To run those benchmarks, you would go to, well, how I've gotten there is I've kind of had to dig a little bit, but how I've gotten there is I've gone to my computer, and then you go into program files, and then you go into, actually you want to go into program files times 86, whatever that is, and then Steam, and then where are we here? Steam apps, common, Metro Last Light, and then you can see here it says Metro LL benchmark. You click on that, and then you're able to, I've already set a preset here, which I've figured out through a couple different tests that runs, for me at least, it runs the best that I found on these settings here. Actually, it's not. Let me load my preset because it's not. That's not the one that I usually have. It's not. There it is. Preset. No, that's not it. For whatever reason, it's not. I can't load my save preset, but normally how I run it on 920, 1080, obviously. Quality very high. I go to the 4x instead of the 16x texture filtering, and then motion blur on low, tessellation off, and advanced physics. This is actually something important that I discovered. The game is actually built to run on NVIDIA's graphics chip, so this advanced physics actually hampers the system or the game's quality if you're running an AMD card. And I found that out by clicking this and then running it when I was playing the game, and the frame rate dropped noticeably, almost to the point, well, actually to the point where I couldn't even play it. So you have to unclick that physics option because that's, I guess, part of the NVIDIA's deal. So if you don't have that graphics card, then it's going to actually do the opposite than it would do, I assume, if you had that card. So people with an AMD card like myself, you want to not run that physics when you're playing Metro Last Light. And then if you want to see what all this looks like, so these settings look like, and run a benchmark, you just hit run selected, and it will, actually, I'd have to close the game off, and I don't really want to do that. So trust that what happens next is that you hit run selected, and what will happen is the game will, a little preview of the game will run, and it will start counting and doing some benchmarks on the game as it's running, and you can stop it at any time and get the frame rate and some other statistics to see which one of these options you want to run best runs the game and gives you the best frame rate. So that's actually, a really nice feature that you get just by downloading the game, and that comes with it when you download it. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to playing, but so far really good game, really good graphics. really nice features to take advantage of the Alienware's unique capabilities, and you should check it out.